I wish that this was a joke. I wish this was clickbait. I really do. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 3. Today's gonna be a very exciting day. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be good. First off, for today, I'm gonna go run some errands and I'll take you guys along with me. By errands, I mean I have to go to the post office. Probably gonna get a coffee. So we're gonna go do that. I have to put together a bunch of Poshmark orders, so we have to go ship those out today. Once I'm all done with the post office and eating some lunch, we will get right into our story time, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a quick glimpse of how I put together my Poshmark orders. I think I'm gonna do a full-on video on how to do that later. Lately, I've been selling a lot of my clothes on Poshmark. These are all the clothes I've already listed, so I have this kind of area set up so that whenever someone buys an item, I can just quickly find it and then get ready to ship it out. Someone bought these two items. Cool, so now that I have all of the packages ready to be shipped out, I'm gonna make some lunch, so come along, let's go, I'm hungry. This is my cute little kitchen sink area. My mom helped me hang up all those hooks so that I can hang up my coffee mugs. And it's so cute with my little plant here by my sink and a little bit of a motivational quote. Alright, you guys, this is the finished product. This is one of my absolute favorite meals that I've been eating recently. I always love eating salads, but I have to spruce it up somehow by adding some fruit or nuts or some light dressing. The funny thing is that I always used to hate blue cheese. Like, I would loathe it. But as I've gotten older, I've really started to love it. It's really weird, but yeah, I'm gonna go stuff my face now. So I just finished my lunch and I just put on my outfit of the day, so I'll show you guys real quick. To start off with, I have this hoodie underneath. It says, "All play no work, Los Angeles, Barranca Street." And I got this at H&M, and I got this denim jacket at H&M too. It's oversized, just a distressed jacket. A bunch of my clothes are from H&M because I used to work there. Then some leggings, which are just from American Eagle. They're fleece. And then my Doc Martens again. These are my go-to shoes lately, so I'm gonna wear those. It's a little gloomy out today. Alright, the moment you've all been waiting for. Are you guys ready for this story time? Because I'm not. Like, I'm sweating. I've been going back and forth trying to decide if I want to tell the story or not. And I decided, fuck it. I'm going to tell the story. First of all, it's public record. It's all 100% true, unfortunately, for me. But this all went down like 4 years ago, almost 3 or 4 years ago now, and I was young when it happened. I was really young. So this is the story about how I had to turn myself in to the police. Awesome times. Awesome times. If you search my name, my mugshot comes up, so that's super dope. I'll show you guys. This is what comes up right there. That's me. Oh my god. My family's gonna see this and be so pissed that I made this video. I mean, honestly, not bad, but awesome mugshot. And this all went down in about 2016, 3 years ago. So I was a freshman in college and I just started off my freshman year at Boise State. Since I was staying in state for college, I wanted to stay on campus to have the full college experience, and that I did. Chafee. So I was having to commute back and forth to my old job. I was working at a restaurant and I kept my job because it was just convenient. But it was about a 30-minute drive to work every day from campus. It was right before my 19th birthday, around the same time in November, and I was driving to work one day in my cute little 2005 white Jeep Cherokee, and I was driving down Harrison Boulevard, which is a really gorgeous street in Boise. It's pretty easy to get distracted on that road, so I ended up rear-ending this car, like, pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but both of the cars could still drive and everything like that, so it was really all just exterior damage. The cop ended up coming, writing a ticket for me. He gave me a ticket for following too closely. And I was crying, like I was really upset, calling my parents, and they're like, look, like it's okay, like no one was hurt, you're fine. And I remembered the officer's name because it was the name of a beer company. I'm not gonna say it for privacy reasons, but I remembered it because it was the name of like a beer brand. And I was like, okay, well that's funny, like whatever, thanks but no thanks. So he gave me the ticket, all is well. I'm a little shaken up because this is the first time I'm actually out on my own, trying to live life, trying to be an adult, being away from my parents, and this was my first semester of college. Things were so shitty. I was trying to figure out like how to live life, how to be a college student. I was in Army ROTC, and I was also just partying my face off every weekend. And around this time, I ended up getting walking pneumonia. I was so stupid. I wasn't being healthy. I was partying all the time. So I ended up getting walking pneumonia. And this all happens within about the same time frame. So I'm really sick. I'm trying to work and go to school. And then I end up getting an fender bender, which is 100% my fault. I'm pretty sure I was texting. So I'm like, okay, like it's gonna be alright. My birthday's coming up. Like we're gonna be good. Like it's gonna be fun. Like it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Keep on keeping on. So then about a week later, driving to work again, trying to be good, like trying to make that coin. So I'm driving on the same road, Harrison Boulevard. I get into another fender bender. Same road, less than a week from the incident before. This is a whole nother day, whole nother week. At this point, I'm just like, I'm done. So, the people that I hit the second time were not as nice as the people that I hit the week before. So they were so pissed. I was like, look, like we don't have to call the cops, like here's all my information, like please. I was just begging them, like just kissing their ass, please don't call the cops. And so they did, which was the right thing to do. So they called the cops, and I call my dad. I'm bawling, I'm crying, I'm so stressed out, I'm sick, I'm trying to be responsible, go to work, be a college student, everything like that. And so then the cops show up, and then I'm really like, oh. So guess who the cop is that shows up on the scene? My friend from the week before. That's right, Mr. Beer Company walks up to my door, and he looks at me, and I will never forget this moment. He looks at me, he's just like, are you serious? And I was just bawling my eyes out. I was just sobbing. I was like, this is it. They're gonna take me to jail. They're gonna arrest me right here on the spot. I was shaking. I was just sobbing. The words that I even managed to like blubber out of my mouth as I'm bawling my eyes out were, it happened again. It happened again. And my dad's like, what do you mean? Like, calm down. What do you mean? What's going on? And I'm like, I hit another car. Like, I'm on Harrison. Like, it happened again. And my dad's like, okay, I'm on shift today. My dad's a firefighter for Boise Fire Department. So luckily he was on shift that day. He's like, okay, I'm actually 2 minutes away. I'll be there 2 minutes tops. And I'm like, okay, okay. And so the officer's in his car writing me another ticket. My dad pulls up driving the fire engine. So now this is like a big scene. Like, this is a scene. I'm pulled over on Harrison Boulevard crying. So he pulls up, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God, like, my dad's here, like, I don't know, maybe he can say something to, like, help control the situation. I see them, they're just back there talking. I'm like, oh shit, like, what's gonna happen? My dad's talking to Mr. Beer Company, and so finally, like, the officer comes up to my window. He's like, I'm really sorry, but I had to write you a ticket. Like, you need to get your shit together. This is not cool. Like, you can really hurt someone. And it happened because I was texting and driving again, because I'm an idiot, because I'm so stupid. Like, this is 110% my fault. And so he's like lecturing me. I'm like crying, like all this stuff. Okay. And then he writes me a ticket for inattentive driving, which is a nice little misdemeanor. So yeah, he wrote me a ticket for that. Again, sends me on my way. The damage done to both the cars was still just exterior. Like, I mean, it was expensive to fix my car, but luckily I hadn't fixed it already from the week before, so, you know. But anyway, then the officer walks away. My dad walks up to the window. He's just like, bud, like, what is going on? Like, are you good? Like, my dad's kind of like laughing. Like, I honestly think that he thinks it's kind of funny. Like, he's just like, you're an idiot. Like, you're stupid. And so then everything's good. Fast forward a couple months, I forget about the situation. We end up getting my car fixed. Everything's fine. Like, good and dandy, but I'm still really sick. So I was in and out of the hospital. I think it was like in January. It was like December and January when all this was going on. I was in and out of the hospital multiple times. I had walking pneumonia. They're like, you have to stay like in the hospital. Like, you're not going to get better if you keep going out. And once again, I was partying, doing crazy stuff, and trying to work. So it was just a mess. It was probably one of the hardest moments in my life, to be honest, that winter was. And so back at my family's house, we're just hanging out. I think we were having dinner or something. And my mom, she's like, hey, don't you have to go to court soon for the ticket that you got for rear-ending someone? I was like, oh yeah, I know that's coming up, but I'm not sure the exact date, so I'll go get the ticket and look at it. So I pull out the ticket, and they're all handwritten on forms. I think that we thought it said February 11th, like 2-11-16. And so we look closely at the number, and I'm like, I think that's 11. Like, that's an 11, right? And my mom's like, Brittany, I don't know. Like, I honestly have no idea what that says. And my mom's like, Brittany, you have to call in and make sure that you didn't miss your court date, or else you're gonna be in like a lot of trouble. And I'm like, okay. So I end up calling the courthouse. I'm like, hey, like, this happened. I got a ticket. Here's the case number. Can you let me know what my court date is? Because the handwriting is too messy. I can't tell what it says. So the clerk was like, Brittany, you actually have a warrant out for your arrest because you missed your court date. And I was like, what? I have a warrant out for my arrest? Are you kidding me? And so I was like freaking out. Like, I was half freaking out, but I also thought that this was just the most ridiculous thing ever, because this situation would only happen to me. Only me. Only Brittany Bolt. So it's kind of funny. But the story gets better. It gets better. The story always gets better. During the time that this was all going down, my mom's place of employment was at the Ada County Jailhouse as a deputy. Yep. The next day after we figured out that I had a warrant out for my arrest, my mom drove me down to the courthouse, aka her place of employment, to assist booking her daughter in to jail. Yeah, so Daughter of the Year award goes to me. Yeah, stupidest Daughter of the Year. So it was so weird. Like, my parents were with me. They're all buddy-buddy because they know everybody that works there because they've been in their jobs for so long. And so they end up taking all my fingerprints, taking my beautiful mugshot that you guys saw, and then they technically booked me into jail, but I never was in a jail cell. Like, they never took me anywhere. They just like took my picture, took my fingerprints, and then I think I bailed out technically. I think it was like $200 or something. We were maybe there for half an hour tops. I was never in a jail cell. I never saw any jail cells, but if you look at the records, according to public records, I was booked into jail for a hot minute. Not even. So yeah, that is the story about the time that I technically had to turn myself in. So yeah, moral of the story is, do not be a shitty driver. It's very important to be responsible when you're behind the wheel. I like the little PSA that's going along with this messed up story, but you know what? You live and you learn. I had to learn the hard way, like I learn almost everything in life. Shout out to my parents for being so supportive and loving of me, even when I'm not the best child. Yeah, don't text and drive. It's really bad. Just don't do it. It's not worth it, because it could have been a lot worse, but luckily now there's just a mugshot of me online, and that's that. Then how it all ended up playing out is a few more months after that, I ended up going to court, and I had like 3 charges. It was like the following too closely, the misdemeanor for inattentive driving, and then missing my court date. So I had to show up, and like I had to get like this defense lawyer. Honestly, I don't remember a lot of that because I tried to blur that memory out of my head because it's not a pleasant one. And yeah, I just had to like go to court, explain the entire situation, and honestly I'm pretty sure that the court date that they had set for me, I was in the hospital anyways with the whole walking pneumonia situation, so I had valid excuses, which thank God, because it might not have turned out that way. But it was just such a weird sequence of events. It's just my life. It's just my life. Anyways, I thought that this would be kind of a funny, interesting story to share with you guys. Again, like I said, all 100% true. Luckily, everything was dropped and I'm not a criminal. I'm just a shitty driver. So, hey, it's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for Vlogmas Day 4 tomorrow. Alright, I love you guys.